Alright, how's it going, YouTube people? I thought I'd go over today some motorcycle tips for those of you who are maybe new to the bikes and haven't been around them all that long. And I'm sure most of you, or at least some of you, are aware that I'm a bus driver. And one of the routines we have when operating our school buses is we have a process we go through called a pre-trip. And it's where we inspect all the safety aspects of the bus before we drive. The warning lights, tires, brake pressure, condition of the engine, you know, all the basics. Make sure everything is good before we go, because, you know, safety is first and all our children are precious, or so they say. Anyway, today we're going to talk about pre-tripping your bike, which is something you should do every time you ride. Every time you ride. And I don't mean going over with a fine-tooth comb, breaking out the tools, but do a safety inspection on your bike, because if something goes wrong at speed, in heavy traffic, it's your ass on the line. So go over the basics, like make sure your lights work, make sure your turn signals work, and I can't stress this enough, inspect your tire pressure every time before you ride. And I don't mean if you rode to work, you know, you checked it before you went to work, and then you went to work, and then, you know, go ahead and ride home, go to lunch, whatever. The bike sits for an extended period of time and you haven't been on it for a day or two, inspect the tire pressure, because you've only got 2, and it affects handling. I mean, I can feel a 2 or 3 pound difference in my tires, and you know, that's all you got. You got these tiny little contact patches, so make sure they're up to snuff. Check your fluid levels. Every now and then go around and do a nut and bolt. Just checking. Like this morning I was just looking my bike over, and the throttle adjuster here, the lock nut had backed off, and I had noticed the throttle wasn't feeling right, so I got to looking at it, and sure as heck it had backed off and the adjustment had changed. So, you know, vibration, just riding it will buzz things loose. But, you know, go over the bike, check your linkages, make sure nothing is buzzed loose. You know, like you got jam nuts all over bikes. You got them here, you got them on the gear shifter. Go around and inspect all your oil pipe junctions, make sure nothing's leaking. And also, a good thing to do is keep your bike clean. The more you inspect your bike, or the more you wash your bike, the closer you know, it's a good close inspection. If you're fastidious about it and you go over the bike from stem to stern and make sure everything's clean, polish the bright parts, wax the paint, in effect what you're doing is a very close inspection. You'll discover problems. So if you're new to biking, pay attention to your machine. If you take care of the machine, it'll take care of you, and you will have a much happier experience. And until then, y'all ride safe. Pay attention to lane placement, which is something I think we're going to talk about in the future. Keep your eyes open and assume everybody in cars are morons, which most of them are. So y'all ride safe, and I'll catch y'all later.